Okay, everyone, this is a special event here we have with Greg Burrows. On improvisation. And we have a wave drum here. And we also have a drum set. And, we're going to have Greg play a little bit and do a solo. And there he is.
Coming out of the dressing room now. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live now.
All right.
I don't know if anybody's watching. Yeah, somebody's watching.
Hello world. Hello.
And somebody in the chat room too. James Melvin Smallwood. Hello, James Melvin Smallwood.
Okay.
Thank you for watching.
Uh-huh.
And so we're gonna have Greg play a little bit for us before we do anything. And I'm gonna watch.
Sounds good.
All right. I did everything I could do not to jump in with you.
Well,
I mean, but I wanted to give you the opening.
thank you.
But it was like so enticing for me to join that. It's so infectious.
Well, I love that idea of music being invitational,
Mhm.
and making you want to be somehow part of it, And we can practice music alone, and I can do stuff like this all night in my practice studio, but it's even better when you're connecting with somebody and with a viewer and with,
Yeah.
where's my viewer? Is that my viewer?
There's this one here.
Okay.
That's a camera.
Oh, super.
Actually,
Awesome.
that's the broadcast, and this is the
Excellent.
edit.
Yeah, super.
Oh,
We have company.
we have company. This is very pleasant.
Hello.
Hello. Come on in and sit down. This is Yang Yang.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Welcome. It's your house.
Yeah. This is Greg.
I don't always invite people I don't know to other people's house. It's okay.
You want to sit? No.
So while my host greets his friend, I'm going to set up a second piece. That first one, let me just give a little introduction to what I'm doing. This, as some of you may or may not know, this is a Korg wave drum. So it's a dynamic percussion synthesizer that utilizes both sampling technology as well as there's a little microphone inside. So this combination of samples, synthesizer sound options, and this, I guess it's kind of a piezo or a small microphone somewhere right inside here, gives you multiple options for sound colors. So I'm primarily, like Alan, I'm a drum set player and, snare drummer and percussionist. But I'm always looking for sounds that can be added to my sound palette and to my colors that I can choose from for soloing and group stuff and recording and so on. So this instrument allows me to kind of orchestrate and create, cinematic journeys, music with a huge amount of coloration just from one instrument that you can carry, on the New York City subway in a shoulder bag. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm also using a looper pedal, a Korg looper pedal. I don't know if it's visible to the viewers, and a reverb, a little reverb box, just to give some ambience and space.
It sounds great. I mean, and it fills the room. You get your volume is good, it's proper volume, and I can hear everything very clearly.
Super.
Nice speaker.
Yeah, that's just a little 30-watt
Yeah.
30-watt cube that I could, again, take in a cab. So it's just so
Yeah.
incredible. There was a time when, if for something like this, you would need a room. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, you would have needed a room full of refrigerator-sized, computers, and PA columns, the size of cars or whatever, to do what we're doing. So it's a miraculous era that we're in, and
Oh yeah, you don't have to tell me. I mean,
as you know,
Yeah.
and you're taking full advantage of it yourself with
well,
technology.
I'm doing the best I can, but it's really a high learning curve, and but it's very satisfying when you succeed.
Yeah. Right.
When you plug
Right.
it all in and it works, wow.
You try, and you experiment, and then all of a sudden you hit a groove. You
Yeah.
hit something.
Right.
Um,
And then you just build on that.
Yeah.
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 So, you want to talk a little bit about improvisation before we improvise?
Let's improvise
Oh, you
after
want-
we proselytize. Yeah.
I mean, I don't, I never took well, I guess I did. I mean, I worked a little bit with Billy, but I'd like to hear what your approach is,
One of the beautiful things about improvisation is your approach can change from day to day. It can change based on how you feel on a given day. It can change based on your connection with another musician. Can change it like something like the light coming a certain way out of the window, or somebody walking in, or you know, it can all add and color the situation. But basically, what you have with music and improvisation is you have empty space. So your canvas is an empty space, silence. And so the art of improvisation means you want to find some creative or interesting way of sculpting that silence. You know, if you just start playing all your chops and all your stuff, you know, and trying to impress people, I guess it's a type of improvisation, but it's something else. It's maybe ego or trying to show, you know, your skills and things like that, which, you know, or, you know, the other approach is to think, how can I shape this space? How can I affect a listener? Tell a story. So in that last one, you know, that one, you could say that it evoked, you know, I was using a loop that was created by a didgeridoo player friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Named
So
Mitt.
that was a pre-recorded loop.
Pre-recorded loop in the pedal here, and it sounds like this. Correction, that's not my didgeridoo player loop. That's a loop that I made with wave drum. With one of the, you
But
know,
it's pre-recorded.
200. It's pre-recorded. I played it in, played 2 bars, and it just goes.
But it's a didgeridoo type.
No, well, it is
Yeah.
it is a didgeridoo. Yes, yeah. There's a relation. There's a primal, you know, aboriginal vibe to it. Absolutely, yeah. And so that sets a feeling. That sets a certain, perhaps a primal feeling, or you know, a driving, you know, momentum with the rhythm that you can build on. So I do have this didgeridoo loop. So how about this? We'll go for another example of a color or a mood or a vibe you can set up from a loop. And would you be interested in joining?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah. I never work with loops. I always work alone. So this is really an opportunity for me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And so this next loop will be the one that I pre-recorded at the apartment of my friend Mitt Cash, she calls herself, Mitt Kashiwada. She's a fantastic didgeridoo player, artist, visual artist, and jewelry maker. Extraordinary, talented person. And so it was great that she and I experimented with making some loops when we were just jamming together. And so again, another miracle of technology now is you can take a moment, you know, that you create with somebody, take it with you, put it in this thing, you know, the size of a wallet, and carry it over to Alan's apartment and make more music with it.
Yeah.
You know? So
It's amazing.
it's a tool. It's a tool.
Yeah.
So improvisation is silence, space, tools for creating the sounds, and then what you do with those sounds. Another thing I work with is themes, and I know you do that in your fantastic solo work. You have thematic material that you work with. I mean, you can just sort of rumble around and do random things. That's actually one way of doing it. Or you can take a phrase that repeats, or a melody, you know. In drums we can have melody, you know, and so let's build something maybe on this didgeridoo loop. Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
And
my philosophy is always to start with silence. So
great.
So that means in this case we start with the loop. Right?
We can start with the loop, or we can start.
You know, you can do anything you want. I'm just saying that's how I deal with improvisation. I always start from the silent place and then bring things into the silence.
Yes.
And instead of, like you said before, is to throw the kitchen sink and then figure out how to take things out so it makes sense.
Well, you know, then let's start with silence. And let's bring in a little playing.
Oh, you'd rather, okay.
And then we'll start
Listen,
the loop.
you're the master here. I'm
Right?
not, I just started doing this recently, so you
Okay.
got to show me the way.
Oh, there's, you know, it's one way.
Okay.
It's bringing in one element, then another element, then another.
Okay.
And we're gonna orchestrate it like that, right? We're composing.
Right.
And so, how about, let me get my sounds together. That seems like okay for now, and I might change that sound. How about if you start playing something?
Oh, okay.
I'll join you and then we'll build.
Okay. That was fun.
Let's see.
Yeah, you like
We
it?
have a thumb up. Ooh,
Yeah, we got a thumbs up
we have 2 thumbs up.
from the in-house crowd.
Thank you, thumb people.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who's out
Thumb.
there? Okay, James. Okay, Christian and Brian. So we got a couple
Super.
in the room. Nobody's asking anything. Nobody's making any complaints. Everybody can hear what we're saying and what we're playing.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye. I'm losing my house guest. Okay, I'll see you later. All right.
Okay. We've just lost our live audience, so,
Yeah.
you
We
know.
just emptied the house with what we just did.
Well, we chased them out.
Mm.
We emptied the joint. Yeah, so I mean, I was hearing some orchestration there and some listening to each other, and
Mhm.
you know, that's another, at least in my evolution as a player, you know, it's more and more and more becoming the most important thing is to listen, you know, to
Yeah.
what's happening with people that you're playing with and to interact. So as the world becomes more and more sort of, you know, people are down, you walk on the street and, you know,
Yeah,
you have
wow.
to maneuver
Yeah.
around people who are sort of on this thing, you know. And I'm there too. I'm checking my text messages and things like that.
I'm doing a one-man boycott. I'm the only one.
Oh, man,
left, I
that's
think.
admirable.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to have to lose the battle now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been holding out for as long as I can. I want to look around when I'm walking. I want to take
Well-
the scenery in. I want to see the people's faces.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's we're here for a brief time,
Man,
so
and-
we
and-
should take in the
That's what
experience.
That's what we're here to do. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, why would we give it eyes and why would we give it smell and you know we're supposed to use that stuff. I think.
Yeah, and so that's why now that we went into a kind of an interactive and duo portion of our segment here, you know, it brings me to a bigger picture of when you're playing with other musicians, and that is that you want to connect. You want to connect, not just connect playing, you know, and
Mhm.
coming up with a musical result, but connecting with each other, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just another form of communication.
It's another form
yeah.
of communication.
Yeah, saying hi and how you doing. And,
Yeah, yeah. And saying, oh, you know, he just started playing this kind of 16th note thing, so let me jump on that, you know.
Mhm.
And so conversation is going back and forth, and
Yeah.
you know, so that's part of the joy of improvisation there too.
Yeah, I thank you for this opportunity to do this. I don't
Thank
get to
you.
do this a lot, and I really should do it more often. It's really a lot more fun to play alone.
Yeah, yes, same here. I mean, I do have a regular duo project with a guitar player named Bill Bartosik, and we call ourselves Captains of Industry Orchestra.
Uh-huh.
And we've, you know, put our music out there. It's available. We have a CD out there, and did a live web TV broadcast for WNYC at the Green Space when we did Battle of the Burrows. So there are opportunities out there to do improvised music. It's not nearly as much as, you know, playing rock in a bar or,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
what other, you know, Broadway shows and all that kind of stuff. But if you're creative and you use the web and, you know, use all the social media opportunities, you can get music out there, you know, of any kind.
Yeah.
And there are people out there who want to hear it. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised at some of the people who listen to my stuff.
Well, you know, because what you're doing is so unique, you know.
Yeah,
the
some of the comments are
listeners.
interesting too.
Uh-huh.
From the, you know, what do we have there? Just got here, very nice. Okay, well, I
Oh,
guess
that's
Brian
Thank you.
thinks it sounds good and it looks good and
So if we're watching the comments, I'm improvising now, okay?
Yeah.
Let's take a request.
okay, guys,
So-
there's about a 15-second lag on the broadcast.
Okay.
So that you have to consider when you're looking at the comments coming in, but other than
Fine.
that, sure.
Well, it's
Does anybody have a request?
in other words, like a word, you know, a noun, an adjective, an emotion. Type it, hit send, and Alan and I will build
We'll use it.
an improv, a piece of music on it. So
An idea anything
an
from you
idea,
guys.
a memory.
Yeah.
We'll give it another minute or two.
Yeah, give
and
it a
if
chance to
nothing
think
pops
about
up,
it and type,
we'll
you
just
know.
launch into something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'll try to find another sound meanwhile that I can work with. One interesting thing
Anyway, somebody's responding.
cyclotron.
That's interesting. You know what that is?
I don't actually. Is it a science?
I think so. I'm not that familiar. I think it has to do with wave vibrations and
Okay.
and formations of patterns I saw one demonstration where they were floating water in midair, and then they would play pictures, and the water would go into different geometric patterns. And
Oh, okay. So it has to do
I
with
think that's what he's talking about.
the way vibrations reveal themselves.
Yes,
Partially.
Yeah, but the way they reveal themselves in
Like a standing water.
in
or-
standing water, or what they
Molecules.
put powder on top of a plate, and they
Yeah,
vibrate the
yeah.
plate, and the particles formulate patterns depending on the harmonic. I think that's what they're talking about. Which is very good, because that's my thing, is
Yeah.
harmonics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, that's, you know.
So, request from the audience, from our online audience, we have.
We're getting something else, we're getting a further
We have
definition from
cyclotron.
Brian, I hope.
Ah,
Magnetic particle accelerator and the particle diagram.
okay.
Oh, he's getting really physics.
I'm not,
Oh no, this is, I see. This is where that's a particle accelerator. This is when they smash two, atoms together, or two nucleuses together, and they discover new particles.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. So we're going to merge science and music now, and
Hopefully.
hopefully, and we're taking the word cyclotron and the message that somebody typed saying magnetic particle accelerator and the particle diagram, and we'll express it musically somehow, right?
I think I have some.
Okay.
Very nice. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's getting more interesting. We're getting to know each other better.
Yeah. Alan and I have hung out a couple
Yeah.
times and met a handful of times.
Yeah, this is at least
But
the
never played.
third or fourth time you've been here. Yeah.
Third or fourth time.
Yeah.
We've
We
got
never had instruments in our hands.
never had instruments.
Sticks and pads, but never instruments. Makes a big difference.
Yes, it does. Opens your communication options.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah,
Mhm.
very nice. I really had a nice time doing that with you.
Yeah. Same here.
Are we boring everybody? How are we doing on time? How long is this
We
going?
got another thumb up, so
Yeah, they like it.
that's a good sign. And
Oh, good.
Thank you
Went
for the
to
compliment.
40 minutes or so. We can keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Thank you, Brian. He's
Thanks.
saying we play real. That's a very high compliment considering what we're trying to talk about and what we're saying.
Yeah.
So I guess we're doing what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes.
It's important. Yeah.
Well, the key is listening, hopefully, and
Yeah, that's what it is, I think, and the maturity of being in the business for a certain period of time.
a certain period of time, a certain number of, you know.
Experiences under the bridge. And
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
really helps a lot.
And another great thing about improvisation is that sometimes you're going to fail. Sometimes it's going to be interesting. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, but and that
Not
has,
fail, you know, in the sense of you're doing
well,
bad. or
sometimes it's better than others.
sometimes it's more effective, more interesting, more musical than other times.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it doesn't work, you know. So.
Uh-huh. All right, Brian said he used the word telepathy.
All right.
Yes, that's very nice. Thank you, Brian. Brian Dewhurst.
Thank you, Brian.
Mhm.
So you want to maybe close with one more?
Yeah, I think we have time for one more.
Okay.
You know, I always get this. Well, how am I going to top that one? So that's
Okay.
probably
Well,
gonna be
how
good.
about you want to take a risk? You want to sit on this axe?
All right, I'll take it. Sure.
I'll dial up a sound.
Let me. Let me use drumsticks. How's that?
Yeah.
Let me
Absolutely. Anything. I'll try
And,
to find a sound that is
see,
Alan.
I might want to change after I get what it's like hitting that thing, but it's not
Yeah,
right.
so the way you change the sound by twisting this knob.
Mhm.
And so if you want to go to another color, you can spend a lot of time getting to know this instrument and the
I
sound.
know.
But
it's
for
the first
today,
time I was even this close to one.
we can go random, and
Mhm.
if you're feeling another sound, just find another number.
Okay, just turn that dial.
It's almost like what's a good analogy? Like the when you're at a casino, right? You're playing the one-armed bandit, right?
Yeah.
The three things show up,
Right.
You just see what comes up and drop another
If
coin.
you don't like it, you do it again.
And the difference is this one is free and it's not
Well,
going to
that's
ruin
much
your.
better. This feels like a real head.
Yeah, it is a drum head.
It's a calf head.
No, it's a fiber skin, like a
Okay,
rainbow.
yeah, but it feels.
Yeah. So you could play brushes on it if you want to.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just touching it is good for now. Let's see where this goes.
And maybe I'll do mallets, soft mallets on the drums. What do you think about that? So piece number 3, Alan on the wave drum, me, Greg Burrows on the drum kit.
Oh, I see.
goodness. Yeah, Alan. Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Yes. Yes.
But let's see. I guess seen by Dan and Dan. We got a couple more people in. This is great. I don't want to get too long with this stuff. I try to keep it under an hour if possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, unless it really gets into some other kind of topics you want to get into other than what we're doing now.
That felt like a good statement. You know,
Yeah.
we had some good journeys playing together, and
Yeah.
You know,
let's. Yeah. Well, pretty cool.
Feels like we can call it an afternoon and do this again another time. How about that?
I would like to do this again, and I would like to do it not as a masterclass, but as a serious. Let's make some music.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Next time.
Yeah.
Now that we've introduced ourselves to each other this way.
Right.
I
Right.
think we should come back and do another session for real and do a concert.
That sounds excellent.
And bring some other stuff. We'll do wave drum. We could bring some other toys and whatever you. I know you play a lot of world instruments as well.
Play a lot of frame drums and sounds, and I'm always looking for new ones. You know, so we'll get together and we'll do a performance broadcast.
Because I'm not much good with just my hands, so maybe we could help each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds
thank you, man.
So the plan was made. You saw it
right.
live. The public can see.
Yes.
We planned
We're gonna
the
come
next
back.
phase.
Come back with more toys and more fun.
Yes.
And whenever we can work it out. I think I'm gonna be busy for a while, but I'll be back at some point.
Okay.
And
So sometime in the near future,
in the near future.
we're doing some
All right,
more
thank
music.
you all for watching. I hope you all got something out of this and didn't put anybody to sleep. We've got one more comment from Brian. I'll give Brian the last word. What is it, Brian?
And while we're still live and waiting for the message, I just want to show my gratitude and express my gratitude to you, Alan.
Oh,
Alan
thank
Herman,
you.
for putting music out there and putting drumming out there and discussing so many facets of it.
Thank you.
And using the full spectrum of technology to bring it out there and putting a lot of energy into it. So thank you.
Thanks,
Alan.
That's very nice of
This
you to
is
say
great.
that. Thank you very much. Yeah. And okay, Brian is looking forward to our next event.
Thank you,
All
Brian.
right. Thank you, Brian. Bye bye.